It's been quite a while since I made my first video on this game. Reason being it's just because I'm lazy. But in today's video, I'm just going to talk about my personal problems with Dinosaur Simulator and what I think should change. And I just want to get straight to the point. So for my number one problem with Dinosaur Simulator, it's seasons, scarcity of food, and the survival concept of the game. So let's start off with seasons. Seasons are gone. They're temporarily removed. I don't know what Chicken's gonna do with them. I hope they do get added back. But my main problem with this is with my second one, scarcity food. It's that there's food everywhere. Herbivores, there's ferns, plants, bushes, literally everywhere, and they don't decay and they don't go away. So anytime you're in a combat situation, you can just heal immediately, and you have no problem trying to find for food when it's like, let's say, supposedly winter season or anything, because there are no seasons. And I just hope it gets added back because I feel like it affects the game majorly. It makes the game feel like it's in a sandbox mode, which the game was never supposed to be that way or anything. I think personally it would have been better if they kept the seasons. I know they simply did this because some people could like easily farm, but people were already easily farming either way. I know they changed flooding. I don't have a problem with flooding. Flooding is fine because they at least added spots for people to farm places and make it easier. And so for my second one, scarcity of food. So with scarcity of food, for carnivores, this applies as well. There's a lot of NPCs. I mean, I know that could change with like the amount of players that are in a server. Let's say you're in a 24 player server and you're looking for food. I mean, you'll still find food easily. Or you could just like find food from the amount of kills and KOSing that there's been. And that's cool. That definitely has the concept of scavenging. And that's good. That's good. But there's that concept of scavenging. Players, babies, they could just eat food from carcasses that are already dead. My one problem with that, those carcasses disappearing, is as if you're a player and you died from someone, or you just died in general. I don't know from what. Your corpse doesn't last longer than, I don't know. I think they might have changed it, but I remember back then, or I think it's still a thing today, where those carcasses would disappear within a minute or 2 minutes after being killed. And I think that should be changed back to, I don't know, like 30 minutes maybe, because it's just unsatisfying when you die for all of that, or you kill something for all of that and you don't, and the food disappears just to disappear, which is insane. And NPCs should be like lowered, their spawn rate should be lowered. They shouldn't be forming in packs, and if they do form in packs, they should give like very low food points, because there's Dinosaur Simulator to begin with was supposed to have that survival concept where you have to find food, you have to fight for your food, form packs with other people in order to kill other players or kill big NPCs to eat food. I think that's how it should go. I think the main problem though, like I was saying, was seasons. Herbivores just get the easy mode. They don't have to worry about a thing, and that's what I just don't like about Dinosaur Simulator right now. I hope it's just a filler episode it's going through, because with the recode and everything, everything's being added. New climbing, main menu is gonna get fixed, trading is gonna get fixed. A lot with the game is gonna be upgraded, like with later events and stuff. And Chicken has hopefully big visions for the game, because the game's been dead for multiple years now, and I know the current play count is like 1,200, which was the average even anyways back then. Might have been actually, this actually right now might have been a little bit worse. But Dinosaur Simulator needs to like keep up with modern times. Back then, yeah, the game was peak for its time. It was unique for its time. I hope they do a lot better with the maps for the game, because the concept of the maps, I think it came from Sea Kaiju. It was a game where you started off with like a small creature, and you fought NPCs for higher levels, and you just got higher levels and higher levels. And once you were done with that island, you could teleport to other islands if you grinded enough coins to buy that island, which was amazing, because those other maps, you fight in those maps to unlock another map. I don't think that should be applied to Dinosaur Simulator, simply because that's just not how it works. Sea Kaiju and Dinosaur Simulator are completely different games, but they have kind of like the same map concept somewhat, whether you can explore other different islands. I mean, that could go with any like RPG game or anything, but I think Dinosaur Simulator executed this pretty right, because like it adds to the word exploration, and I just hope maps get added back, simply put. And for my other one that I hope to see with Dinosaur Simulator is it's okay to go with the flow of Dinosaur Arcade. Dinosaur Arcade did a lot of things right. It did a lot of things beautifully. And it's good. It's okay to add some things from Dinosaur Arcade. But please, for the love of God, don't add tasks or missions. They're overwhelming for a game like Dinosaur Simulator and Dinosaur Arcade. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the game. It doesn't fit with the flow of the game, and I don't think it should be added. It just feels like a necessity that needs to be done in order to earn things. I mean, like, cool. Like, maybe if there was unique missions, sure. But I think the only time when missions should be added for Dinosaur Simulator is when events are active. Let's say you have to do a mission on a different map for Christmas in order to unlock a Christmas present exclusively that one time, and it might have a rare chance to spawn stuff or to get a skin. Kind of like the eggs, kind of like gambling, I guess. That sounds wrong, but of course, you know, the percentages should be disclosed because, you know, it's breaking Roblox TOS if you don't say the percentages for like your eggs, your presents, or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Whatever fucking Pet Simulator X, whatever the shit. I don't care. But it would be nice if missions did get added for events exclusively, where you have to go to other maps, do things for those maps in order to unlock maybe certain skins, or do those missions in order to earn daily presents. For, let's say, for example, for Christmas or Easter, for example, they should just keep the same old concept where eggs drop and you get rainbow skins, or you get like a rare chance, or you can like go around, explore the map, and get a rare chance of spawning like a certain egg that has a rare chance, let's say, to give you that certain skin. So it's not really pay to win. You just have to like play the game actively in order to maybe get that chance. Somewhat similar to a Bizarre Day. Let's say you have to wait 30 minutes in order for like this boss or item to spawn. And it has that rare chance of spawning, let's say like 1 out of 10 chance to spawn. Similar to that, it kind of would make the game fun, where you wait and everyone would be trying to fight for that thing, for those things to spawn. And that was a challenging and fun part about it. Everyone was so like eager to get that stuff, and a lot of people in the Bizarre Day communities, they would always try and trade for that stuff. And I think that's like an even flow of doing stuff, because like nothing was limited. Nothing in the game was limited, but people were still trading, and everything was still obtainable. But obviously, Dinosaur Simulator isn't like that. Not everything's gonna come back, and yeah, and so that's kind of just what I want for the game. With Dinosaur Arcade, with Abilities, they were done. A lot of the developers and even Chicken himself said that Abilities weren't done too late. Maybe Abilities could be interpreted into Dinosaur Simulator, like in some way, like let's say Trudon. Like special ability, just one thing though. Like, ability shouldn't be like 3 slots of 3 different things, because that's what messed it up, especially with that huge roster. It was done a little too late with that, and a little too overcomplicated for players to adapt to that. So it's just like everything should be done at one step at a time. Like with maybe Trudon spot like stacks poison. Trudon can produce poison, maybe Michelania can produce poison, and that's that poison could put either like dinosaurs to sleep. One person suggested that, and maybe I could say that in this video if anyone ever watches it. Or it could just be guaranteed bleed. Technically, people say it's the same thing. It would be the same thing as bleed, but let's say it's the guaranteed bleed against armored dinosaurs, or dinosaurs that usually don't take bleed. It's just like a substitute for those dinosaurs. And I feel as if those abilities should be more so of a team effort than just a solo dinosaur being overpowered. Maybe some dinosaurs shouldn't have abilities. Maybe like already said, like Evanichas will be able to climb with the recode, and I think that would help a lot. And I think those new mechanics where they're climbing, maybe like a refixed flying system or something. Chicken has talked about that before, but a lot of things that could like fix the game and help with the game's like PvP system. But that's one way to start up slow with abilities, as you know what I'm saying. And with cards, I don't think cards should be added. Cards just don't really fit in the game. They wouldn't fit with the amount of rosters of dinosaurs there are. Of course, you could upgrade. It's always, cards were just like an option where you could upgrade your dinosaur in one area, but also debuff it in another. I don't think dinosaur really fits that way. But like I know there's like a balancing issue, which each dinosaur has like the same attack damage. Each dinosaur has like either the same defense or the same speed. That can be hard to balance for moderators, I guess. I don't know. That's really just up to them. But personally, I don't think cards should be added. Maybe crafting for events. I think a lot of stuff that Dinosaur Arcade did, maybe they should have been only available during events. I think that's like one way to put it. But that's about all. My summary basically is season should come back. Food should be more scarce for carnivores. It shouldn't be too easy, and it shouldn't be too easy for herbivores either because it messes up with PvP. Maps should have missions during only events, or maybe you can explore other maps with like collectibles. Let's say you can go to other maps with collectibles, get new like collect items to show off, I guess, or just to collect items or to sell them for DNA. Of course, it shouldn't be too grindy. It should also apply with the same, like I said earlier, with the event items. It should be a rare chance to spawn. So, you know, you could sell. I mean, Dinosaur Arcade already did that, but that could be implemented into Dinosaur Simulator as well. There could be like different items in different maps, unique to those items unique to those maps, let's say. In the winter map, it could be a Yeti dinosaur's leg or a Yeti dinosaur's horn. More so, yeah, maybe a horn rather than a leg. But yeah, you get what I mean. A horn that could be a rare chance to spawn. It'd be a cool collectible, so you can have, you know, your collectibles section, and you could sell it for DNA. Of course, they should be rare spawns, like I said. But that's about it. It's just like a quick talk about Dinosaur Simulator and what I want there to be.